Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I was getting ready to say Miami. We just wrapped up Love and Hip Hop Miami, but Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is absolutely back. And the people that's a part of the main cast, darling, is Mimi Faust. How Mimi has been able to last on the show, I will never know. But it's been Mimi Faust. Who else? Spice got upgraded to a main character. Rasheeda, she's a staple. She's there. And Karlie Red, she's also a staple, and she's there. But they added more men to the main cast. Child, we got Stevie J. You know, he's been there for a while. We have Young Jock done upgraded. And now we have Scrap DeLeon, child. He done got a peach, too. So I just say, well y'all know Scrap is Karen King's son. Hey, he's back in the building. I wonder if I'm kin to them, since my last name is King. I might be too. I'm a little scared to be associated with them if that's the case. I don't know. Them people that did some dangerous things in the world. But bless their heart, and with all due respect, my God. So, yeah, it's crazy. There's no Tommy. Apparently, Tommy is locked up, and Tommy just ain't gonna get it right. Tommy's just one of them people that's just, I don't know what it's going to take personally. Apparently, she beat the dog shit out of her little girl at her schoolhouse. So I don't know, she went up there with the white people and started showing out, and they put her ass out. So I don't know. Allegedly. I don't know what's going on with Tommy. But, it's crazy, child. Y'all see me looking back and forth from just looking at my notes, from Twitter and everything. This is a 2-part episode. I'm not going through the first episode, then I'm going to switch to the second episode. It's just all going to be mixed in because it's all tied in, child. Okay, so what is going on? At first we see Spice. Spice is performing. And we see her and Tokyo up there together. Her and Tokyo are friends now, so thank God for that. They work better as friends than they do as enemies anyway. And so, you know, they're up there talking. Then they sit down, and we see Spice. She invited this guy named Javon over. I believe he's a executive music producer or something or another. A scout, you know, music scout, talent scout, whatever. So he's talking, and he started to talk to Spice about possibly changing up her look, saying that, you know, I can see you on a big international level. And she was just like, and Tokyo was just like, well, I mean, what you mean by that? Like, you know, how do you feel? You know, Tok was kind of get offended by certain things that he was saying. But Spice knew what the deal was, and Tokyo knew what the deal was, saying that, you know, she needs to change up her image, etc., etc. She's fierce, she's Jamaican, she's stunning, she's chocolate, she wears all different kinds of hair, she's exciting, she's fun. What's wrong with her image? But, you know, she took that in the sense of her, you know, saying that her image is the issue, meaning that, you know, being darker skinned and stuff. And which, is there a difference from the way black artists and white artists are treated? Absolutely. Is there absolutely a difference between a light skinned artist than a dark skinned artist? Yeah, absolutely. This is what it is, the way of the world. It's real talk. A little later on, you know, Spice, she had a scene with Karlie, and you know, she was talking, and, you know, she was talking to her kids during FaceTime. Her kids are still back in Jamaica with her family, and you know, she came here to create a better life for herself, etc. You know, her kids are missing her, her son Nicolette and her daughter Nicola Toy. So, you know, it's just something else. But, you know, we knew about this months ago, and I should have figured that it was for a storyline for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But you know, with Spice changing her whole skin complexion and everything, I got so scared when I first saw it. I didn't know what was going on. But thank God it was just a paint. And it was for her song, Black Hypocrisy. And which is a really good song. And, you know, it's just basically just talking about how we in the African American community, how we downgrade ourselves, how we separate one another, how we treat, especially women, who who are lighter skinned, multiracial, we put them on a higher pedestal than black women of the browner, darker skin tones. And it's just all over the world. We'll see a black man, usually dark skinned, in which he has self-hate on his own. But since they try to act like it's only black women that has an issue with their skin, then we're going to go with that, I guess, because it's just a man thing. It's just not really an issue. But there is some kind of self-hate that you have to not be attracted to what you are, I feel. You as a black man, you as a dark-skinned black man, you go out there and get the whitest thing that you can find, or go out there and get, somebody who is multiracial or Latina or Asian or whatever, and that's all you seem to date, then there is an issue there. But, hey. So, she's definitely bringing awareness to the whole topic, and, a lot of black men is the reason as to why a lot of black women have complex with their skin. Look at what they date mostly. Look at what they put on high pedestal. Red bone, this red. We hear it all over the radio constantly. It's ridiculous. As if you didn't come from a black woman. As if you don't have brothers and sisters and aunts and cousins and nieces and all this type of thing. So it's definitely a deep topic. But the one thing that I want people to get, and which I do feel like, people get whatever, is that all this came from slavery. That's it. To make us, it was just another thing to divide us, along with everything else that divide us. So this was definitely set in place, and to this day, it still reigns very true. That anything that is closest to white is more acceptable, better, cleaner, smarter, more professional, whoop to whoop. Anything, closer to black, it starts to go down. Bad, 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 bad. So it's a topic that's definitely important to have, and something that we definitely need to talk about. What's going on? What else is going on? Oh, she had a scene with Mimi and Karlie, a photo shoot, and they was walking in. They didn't know what the hell was going on. Mimi was just like, girl, who is you? Talking about, you look like a white woman trying to be black. What is going on? And, she was explaining to her that she couldn't, I guess at the time, explain that she's just doing this for a publicity stunt. Thank God she is. She couldn't explain that to her. Mimi was getting upset. She was just like, as a dark-skinned black woman, like, you don't know what it is to be black. And Mimi was just like, I've been black my whole life. And which they are all black. Rasheeda was getting it more so than Mimi. But, they are, what Spice was trying to say is that it is, at least in the African American community or black community in general, she says she growing up in Jamaica, they even wilder over there in terms of skin tone, and they actually have people that actually bleach their skin, like actually all the time. So it's definitely rough, a different situation over there in the islands. Just growing up hearing all kinds of names and stuff, and it's something else. It really, really is. My mother, who's a darker skinned woman, she's darker than I am a little bit. She's talked about her issues, growing up and saying all kinds of stuff, and still to this day, she still struggles with her complexion and all that. I tell her she's beautiful every day because she's beautiful. She is. So it's just something that is just deep and embedded in us. It really, really is. There's a lot of things that really have messed black people up for sure. So yeah, it was talking about that, and Mimi don't get it, and I was understanding what Mimi was saying, but she was saying not that you're not black, Mimi. She was saying that you're not dark skinned, so you don't understand exactly what's going on and what's tea. But like I said, it's a deep conversation, but thank God it's just a good old publicity stunt that Miss Spice is doing. So I don't know if this is going to be her entire storyline. I hope not, because it's old now. I mean, we've been saw this months ago, and we've been saw that it was just paint. We've been saw the Black Hypocrisy video. Very good video, by the way. But, we've been saw that. So what else you got, Spice? We're going to see. Not really sure what Tokyo's storyline going to be this season. So yeah, I don't know if she's still with Tobias or not, but we're going to see. What else is going on? Rasheeda, she finally got to meet Lil Cannon. No signs of Jasmine. I guess they put her under the ground. I don't know what Jasmine is. But finally got to meet Lil Cannon. Cute as a button, but bad as hell. No, but he's 2 years old, so everything is no. And, Rasheeda was trying to check his pamper, figure out if he was wearing Pampers or pull-ups. And he's still wearing Pampers, and he wanted to touch her and stuff, and it was funny. But the little boy is cute as a button, and, Rasheeda has accepted the child, and at this point, it's like, what are you going to do? Well, little baby here, it happened. What are you going to do? Y'all need a storyline, right? So let's keep going. What else is going on? Karlie Red got a man, but Karlie Red has a new man every season. But she's actually engaged. Karlie Red is trying to turn over a new leaf. I guess she figured that now I'm old as dirt, and now it's time for me to finally become mature. And so this is what she's doing. Her man's name is Arkansas or something, or Utah or Idaho, something. But he seems cool. I like him so far. He seems to have his head on straight. He seems like a cool dude for sure. So Karlie is having, I believe, an engagement party or something. And, they're sitting around just basically, her and Mimi are sitting around just basically getting the invitation list, etc., etc. Karlie's everybody's friend. So she's jumping in and out of scenes with everybody. What else is going on? Sierra's back. I like Sierra. I thought Sierra did enough last season to become a main cast member, but whatever. But she's back on the show. Karlie goes to see her. They're talking, and she's talking about BK. I personally don't like BK. I've had a situation with him on Instagram, and he's not, just a lot of his views and values, and just how he's just a little disrespectful sometimes with his tone. Like, if you don't agree exactly with what he's saying, he will argue down all day. And, I personally don't have that kind of time, but he does. So, bless his heart. So, whatever. But she's still with BK, but BK hasn't been shown on the show yet, and I don't miss him. No signs of Safari and Erica Mena. But who is back is Erica Dixon. She's back, and I think she's going to be pregnant this season. Not sure who her man is, but we're going to see. Scrap is back on the show, so is the Bambi. So it's going to be a lot of moving parts. I wonder if Bambi and Erica Dixon's going to have a situation. Who knows? What else is going on? Let's see. We see Mama D. She's up on the table. Mama D's 55. She looks good. But still, she's too old to be standing up on bar tables. But whatever. I don't know if she's still with Ernest or not. We're going to see, I guess, as the season go on. She's talking to Karen King. Karen King is back full-time on the show, child, because, like I said, her son, Scrap Dillion, is a main cast member. Scrap Dillion, he's out of jail now, but he's in a halfway house. There's certain rules and restrictions. Even though he's halfway, kind of, sort of free, being in a halfway house, he has time to be out and be with his family, etc. But because his brother has a record and Karen King has a record, the shoplift queen, allegedly, they cannot come and pick him up, so they need a family member with a clean record. We find out that Scrap Dillion has a half-sister on his father's side. I didn't know because they look just alike, but Scrap Dillion and his little brother Sass, they have two different daddies. So, this sister, Scrap's sister, is no relation to Karen King at all. Anyway, she goes to pick up Scrap Dillion, and, he goes to the house. He can either be at his sister's house or at his mother's house. But obviously, he's going to choose his mother's house. He don't really know his sister. He don't really know his father. This entire time, Scrap Dillion thought that his father was dead to the bed because this is what his mammy told him. But Karen King was being petty and, doing whatever. And, we found out that, the man is not dead. The man actually had a stroke. He actually met with the guy. He's been in jail for his whole life. He had a stroke and an aneurysm, all kinds of things going on. He actually went to go see Scrap, and, it was awkward. It was sad. It was weird. It was, he could barely talk, the guy. I mean, he seemed like he was talking fine, but you can tell, it was something going on. Um, but it was just a weird interaction. Um, Karen was not owning up to a lot of things until later on in the episode, which she actually did own up to the fact that she did not tell Scrap the truth about his father. She thought that he was dead. He ain't seen him since '88. And so, I mean, yeah, she was just like she was doing what she had to do, etc. Way before his father got sick, there was also a 15-year gap where he had nothing to do with Scrap DeLeon. So there's a lot of hurt there. There's a lot of things to unfold. A lot of information needs to happen before they could even think about getting close. And I think a lot of things holds with Karen King. A lot of times, keeping your child from their parents just because y'all done fell out is not the best thing, because eventually they're going to grow up and realize, hey, what's going on, where my people's at, and he has a whole side of his family that he has to explore. So it's going to be interesting for Scrap. We see who we see. Scrap going to be messing around, doing his same old thug thizzle, being a womanizer, messing around with Tiara. She going to be back looking the fool. And I heard that Tiara was married, like in real life, but her husband allowed her to be on the show and create these storylines to get checks, which is, I mean, okay, but it's other more respectable ways that you can get checks, man. But whatever. So yeah, like I said, no signs of Jasmine. I guess they put her up under the ground. What else is going on? We meet this new character named Pooh. Pooh had a scene with who? Mimi, Erica Dixon, Karlie Red. No, Mimi, Erica Dixon, maybe Rasheeda, and maybe a couple of other people. They had a scene, Pooh is cool. She's, I guess, a socialite, whatever she is. I don't know. No shade, but I thought Pooh was transgender when I first saw her. I guess she's not, but she's definitely had some work done for sure. But she has bad wigs. But this is her first season, so she'll be alright. She'll get it. Apparently there's some beef between her and Karlie. Her and Karlie used to be real cool. They used to be good friends, and they done fell out for, whatever reason. Karlie felt like Pooh was just a troublemaker and a clout chaser. Pooh felt like Karlie was just fake and not real and not owning up to who she truly is, because now Karlie want to be around honest women, want to be around honest married women, women that's really for her and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to see. But Karlie can't help but not to be petty, because that's just embedded in her DNA. Karlie on a much more ratchet level, but Karlie is legit Regine from Living Single, for sure. So there was a scene between Karlie and the Pooh girl. She came to Karlie's shop. They got into it. They was talking fine for a minute, but they got into it. She just don't want nothing to do with Pooh, because Pooh is not a good person for her, Karlie, now, which I get that. But Pooh want Karlie to just stop being fake and, just own up to who she is, all she done did. Pooh claimed that Karlie done put her tongue in her ass and, scoop things out and they done licked on each other and all kinds of stuff. Apparently Pooh is I believe she's with this older guy, and her husband swing and mess with people, and Karlie was one of the lucky people to get in their bed, allegedly. So, we gonna see. Some things are gonna unfold. It's gonna get real messy and petty. So it should be exciting. Mimi is mad at Stevie J because Stevie J picked up their daughter from school and took them out to eat along with Faith. And Mimi has not met Faith yet, and Stevie and Mimi both agreed that she should meet Faith first before she allowed Faith around her daughter, and which I get that, but it's Faith Evans, sis. I mean, come on. But I mean, I get it. Especially since allegedly I done heard that Faith and Stevie J be, still hitting the bumps like they used to do back in the 90s. That's just what I heard. Because they say she got to be about crazy to marry him, and I kind of think maybe it could possibly allegedly be something going on with something in common. We got something in common. Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. So, I understand why Mimi's upset, but Mimi's always mad. Like I said, Stevie J is her lifeline on the show. Like I said, Mimi ain't had no storyline in like 3 seasons, but the fact that she's still here, amazing to me. Same thing with Karlie, amazing to me. But hey, we gonna roll with it. I do like them; they are entertaining, especially Karlie. But I mean, the whole last 2 seasons, Mimi ain't had nothing to say. But she been sitting right up there with the rest of them, being the main cast member. So I don't know, Let's say Mona's allegedly a lesbian, and you know what Mimi do. So I don't know. But they actually Mimi actually met up with Faith Evans and they talked, and Faith was on her side, and Stevie J got mad about that. But only Stevie J, she's a woman. Faith Evans have been knowing you actually longer than Mimi has, which means that she know that you are a womanizer. I'm not gonna say was, he is a womanizer. And he know what you done did, who you is, like come on, it's just a respect thing. They should have or have Eva and Mimi meet Faith at the same time. Now this is kind of odd to me. I would think that Mimi would have been met Faith Evans, seeing as how she been with Stevie J so long, but I guess not. So they met and got an understanding, and Stevie J wants to move Eva to LA with him, which I think, why? For what? You got other kids, first of all. And, if Mimi don't want to go to LA, then the daughter ain't going to LA. Like, I don't understand that. Ain't you still fighting Bonnie, Bella Mama, Jocelyn? What is going on? So, yeah. And, so that was cool to see Stevie J a little shook. He didn't know what to do. He thought, what you thought Faith Evans was going to fight Mimi? Child, please. I'm a little disappointed that Faith Evans is on this show, because I just don't want Faith on this kind of show. But Faith is cool. She's a reality star vet, so she got it. She ain't gonna give these people too much. She gonna sit back and be real classy base. I remember the way you used to love me. What's that, y'all? I think that's pretty much it, y'all. This looks like it's going to be a jam-packed season. There's a lot of characters, a lot of moving parts, a lot of storylines, a lot of intertwined situations. And we're going to see. It's going to be a pretty good season. I think I talked about everything. If I missed something in these 2 episodes, y'all let me know in the comment section below. And with that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at IsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At IsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. I love you so much. Stay black and stay tuned. Stay aware. Love yourself. Love blackness in all shades. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.